Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to take a quick look at Quant, and just before we do, we're going to look at Bitcoin as a quick peek there as well, kind of see what's going on, just to kind of bring a couple things to your attention because Bitcoin's been a little on the naughty side. Want to kind of see what's going on. We're looking at the 50-day 7 moving average working its way up on the 1-day chart. That's awesome news. It's working as a potential support. It's been tested twice and held above. So today, in the next 24 hours, effectively, will help us understand what happens with that. Just bear in mind, we are coincidentally having a golden cross. Just kidding. It's a bit of a different story there. We're looking at a death cross here as a potential in the near future. So if Bitcoin sells off, goes down to sub 58,000, that will push it even further. Again, I don't love the idea of golden crosses or death crosses being a thing, but it's just like the MACD convergence where it has that impact that pushes the momentum sideways or in the direction it's heading. Okay, so just bear that in mind. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy because all those whales are using the same indicators, and when they see that happen, they just sell their position and it tanks. So not saying that's exactly going to happen, but this has more validity than the 50-day 7 moving average on its own. So just keep that in mind. Something that could happen, but we never truly know until we get there. So let's take a look here at Quant, see what's going on. Quant is going on. So let's go ahead and see. So obviously we're struggle busting here. Look at that. Price is stuck right around support, the lowest potential support there for this retracement that I've drawn previously. So let's go ahead and look at some important factors here. So first of all, major resistance zone, not going to worry about that for now. We have a major support level here. Hasn't been really touched. Yes, the price broke into it, but comes back above. So November 6th, it kind of came down. It's like, no, this is never going down this low again. So the price ramped up on the 9th, and coincidentally, the 10th came in to destroy the party. So unfortunately, the 10th was a deal breaker there. That was a big, 10% decrease in price from Bitcoin. So the price just inevitably dropped, right? So we had a chance there for Quant to kind of take off and get back on track, but it got reset. So big old reset button. And of course, 2 or 3 days ago, we saw that happen as well, where the price comes back down again. So, Quant's kind of got some bad timing, for lack of better terms, but it's still in really good shape, considering the fact that we still haven't lost support level at about, what is it, $1.69. Okay. Looking at the RSI, not great. We're under 50. I don't love that, but it makes perfect sense considering the circumstances. I would say once we can break above 50, we would be in pretty much better shape. Bear this in mind as well for the price. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. The support level is not $1.69; it's $251.69. So I'll just say 252. So looking at the resistance level though, so if you see 50 on the RSI for the 1 day, it's equivalent to 294 on the chart, right? So if we can pass $294 on the chart, we'll see the RSI back up over 50, and that would effectively give us a chance to be able to consider that a support level and push the price up further. So we basically, our next major milestone is get to 294. That's a big deal. So we want to see 294 on the charts. What that would be a decent little jump up. They're looking about 17% as a strong potential for the price to come back up there. But based on the simple fact that we have a strong support channel here, which was a previous all-time high, and then also the lowest point in which the Fibonacci retracement line should go, we have a strong potential for the price to only go up from here. There is, of course, still potential for the price to come back down. Don't get me wrong, this isn't foolproof, but the odds, I think, are more so in the favor of Quant to go up than it is down at this point. But that being said, let's go and take a look at the 4-hour chart and kind of see what else is going on. We are below, we're below 50 on the RSI there as well. Not great. We have a potential MACD convergence here coming up, but I don't know if that's going to be all that valid. It may get stunned out. We'll see. But the key takeaway here is that the 1-day candlesticks are still in good shape. They're closing above that level or at that level, so we're still considered a support, right? So even though the 4-hour chart looks like it's getting stopped out right there, I think it could likely still continue to progress upwards and be okay. I don't think we're in dire straits at all, but I don't really love what I'm seeing here so far. Let's go back to the 4-hour. We're below both moving averages too, so that's not helping at all. So there's really a lot of ground that we can cover here. That potential MACD convergence is the only saving grace. Because again, if we can break through the 50, the 200, and the resistance level of about 295, we'll be in good shape, right? So there's a lot of ground to cover, like I mentioned. So don't by any means think that you can just fill your bag, so to speak, and it's going to be all good. There's no real bullish qualities that we see here so far for Quant. It seems to be very exhausted, so to speak, to the downside, which does imply that we might see a reversal, right? That's the only thing we can kind of rely on at this point. Let's see if we can find anything on the cloud. We're underneath the cloud, of course, so all the lagging spans are not going to be relevant. We want to break above the cloud as well in order to consider this to be bullish. So I would say wait another at least 12 to 24 hours to kind of see where the price is at. If it can keep trending above this support level here and then eventually make its way above the moving averages and the Ishimoku cloud, we should be in good shape to see it continue the upside. But literally, there's nothing holding this price in place except for this support level that could very well break at any time. Because again, the more often you test the support, the more likely it is to break. So again, I'm not saying this is like 100% foolproof support level, but it does appear that the price doesn't want to go much lower. So there is definitely that. Let's see where all the volume is accumulating, kind of see what's going on. Tremendous amount of volume right at resistance at 295. So again, that reaffirms that as a resistance level. Typically, the volume weighted average price, if you look at a shorter time frame, that price essentially works as a support and resistance. So that price being higher right there with the volume profile, that is another resistance too. So there's literally nothing going for Quant right now as far as potential for the upside. In other words, it's got a lot of room to break. But just bear this in mind, it has a tendency of pumping up every 5 to 10 days. So it does look like it's priming right now and trying to get ready for another blast. So if you are going to take a position, set a stop, basically set a profit target just below the major resistance level at 294, like do it like 290. And then if you get filled, very cool, right? And then add to your position if it comes up above and closes above on the 1-day candlestick. But the key takeaway here is that is a strong resistance level and it is not going anywhere. So I literally see nothing here that is bullish for Quant, and it doesn't look great. So just to be honest with you, I don't see a lot of potential for this to ramp back up to the moon, but I can tell you it has a history of just shooting out of nowhere. So there's that. You could gamble, you can maybe take some profits. I hope it works out well for you, but we got a lot of ground to cover before we can get to that point. Okay, so hopefully you find this beneficial. Sorry, it's not the greatest news ever. We'll look forward to seeing the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks again, Jacob, for the request. Really appreciate you. Well, all right, we'll see y'all. Have a good one. Take care.